Alright, we back for the Ruby Tiara episode 23, New Complications. Listen, there is a carriage heading for Zubia today. Belle, you better run. Belle. Yes, carriage, Zubia. Yes, go and hide inside the carriage. All trading carriages pass through Athania. I'm going to send word to Blair and ask for her help. Alec. Oh, okay. Go, my Belle. Be strong and stay alive for me. What's the point of being alive without you? We will unite again. I will find a way. I will. Great. By order of the king, seize the florist. Belle, go, now. Left with no choice, the florist gives her prince one last look. Groron. As skilled in fighting as Prince Alec is, he knows he is no match to 4 Gregolian elite soldiers. The only thing he can do is to intimidate these soldiers with his title. Lay a finger on me if you dare. His Majesty presumed you would defend the florist, Your Highness. We were given permission to take you down. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. King Neelis, you're trash. Given your life will not be harmed, Your Highness. It is just as easy for 4 soldiers to tackle him down without inflicting any bodily harm. Alas, what other choice does he have? The longer he can hold off the elite soldiers, the further Belle can get away. Apologies, Your Highness. You left us no choice. Okay. Mindless soldiers can't even make up their own mind. Father gave you permission to take down Alec. What about me? Your Highness, we were not expecting you. Maria, what are you doing here? I know nothing. I just happened to pass by the garden. I see mean soldiers trying to fight my brother, and I am going to protect him. Do you know what you are doing, Maria? You might get punished. I know nothing, Alec. Don't tell me anything and give Father a reason to punish me. Oh, okay. With all due respect, Your Highness, we are here under His Majesty's order. Do you know? La 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 la, can't hear you, can't read your lips either. What now? Do we take down Princess Maria too? Heck no, Princess Maria is basically the Queen of Gregolia. Even His Majesty gives Her Highness whatever she wants. The florist is gone anyway. I am not going to risk angering Her Highness just for this. Plus, we can just tell His Majesty Her Highness is the reason we failed to seize the florist. That's true, we are just being stopped by Her Highness here from carrying out our duty. Y'all are scumbags, for real. Belle, you better go. You're taking forever to get in that carriage. Belle the florist managed to find the carriage unattended and swiftly climbed inside, hiding behind the boxes of trade goods. Okay. Oh, girl, duck down. All set, the Gregolian courier says. Let us head out then. Belle escaped safely because you told Alec to give Maria a chance. Okay. I mean, that's good. I really don't like Maria, but I'm glad I could at least help Belle for it, because I was starting to regret my choice to help Maria. Anyways, sometime later. Oh my gosh, I'm sick of seeing King Neelis. He needs to get out of here. Where is the whore? Oh my word. Belle the florist escaped, Your Majesty. There were complications. Bloody hell. How can one little W escape 4 of my elite soldiers? Useless. Bunch of clay-brained fools. Your Majesty, we... Just get the hell out of here before I chop off your limbs. Jeez, vulgar much. Yes, Your Majesty, thank you for sparing us. Shaken yet relieved, the elite soldier hurries out with wobbly legs. The wrath of the Gregolian king does not concern Prince Alec at all. All he is thinking about is if Belle actually made it out of Gregolia. I always thought I couldn't think any more less of my son. You don't have the firmness of a leader, and yet you let sentiment decide your actions. Okay, so what? He's still a better king than you. I just thought with all those books you crammed, you would at least know how to choose a wife who possesses the backbone that you lack. Then there you are, associating yourself with a lowly common whore. Oh my word. Now she has escaped and words will spread. Queen Giselle is going to use this as an excuse to reject our marriage proposal. Queen Giselle had no interest in marrying me either way, father. Right. Ha, I wonder why, Alec. Out of all 3 of us, you have been the only person pursuing this, father. I never wanted to marry Queen Giselle either. That's not the point. Queen Giselle is intelligent and decisive. Let alone the benefit of merging Lotharic with Gregolia. Just having her as your wife is enough to ensure Gregolia won't turn into ashes under your rule. You're already doing a good job of that yourself, King Neelis. Belle may be a commoner, but she is kind. She would have been a good queen, too. Are you even listening to yourself? 2 weaklings ruling Gregolia together? That's like welcoming weaker kingdoms such as Athenian to come take our land. According to the history, Athenian never invaded any kingdoms like we did. Silent. I'm done wasting my breath on you. You better start sending marriage proposals to Queen Giselle until she agrees. I don't care how you do it, just get it done. Until you get me a worthy woman, you are nothing to me. Okay, guess what? I would be fine with that. Who wants to be your son? Alec, find someone better. I don't know. There is no reasoning with the tyrannous, whatever that word is, tyrannous Gregolian king. Prince Alec has always known how the thirst of power had blinded his father. Unlike him, his father only sees the world in one direction, evil. At this point, anything he says will just infuriate King Neelis furthermore. Go. Don't let me see you again unless you have good news. Okay, shut up. You're old. Old and grouchy. Feeling empty inside, Prince Alec wandered outside the palace and stopped right at the bridge. As much as he wants to cross it and find his lover, he knows such irresponsible action will spark a bloodbath, because a furious King Neelis will do anything to get his heir back. Belle, please be safe. Cuckoo! Cuckoo! Sorry, white lady. I don't know where your mother is. Cuckoo! Oh right, I need to send word to Blair. If Belle actually made it to the carriage, she would need help. I need your help to deliver a letter, white lady. Your mother's life depends on you. Coo! Come with me. Okay. You got a little birdie. Meanwhile, back at Athenia. Oh. Estate of House Salvador. Look who it is. Old wrinkly man Lord Rick himself. I'm sick of these bitter old people. Another Gregolian elite soldier has arrived, my lady. Did the guardsmen ask any questions? Yes, my lord, it was standard procedure. Rest assured, we were all taught what to say. No suspicion was raised. I do not doubt the competence of our Gregolian elite soldier. Now that we have 14 of you, are we ready to strike? Although each of us was trained to withstand 5 regular soldiers, there are still more than 200 Athenian guardsmen in the palace. Even if we can come up with a precise route to evade some of them, at least 25 of us would still be needed for an ambush like that. So just so a few of us can create a distraction to drive most of the patrolling guardsmen away, and still have enough to deal with the rest of the guardsmen who do not leave their posts. It takes a fortnight just to get one of you here. No, I cannot wait that long. What about my militia? I have about 200 capable men who can join forces with you lot. We can just go for an assault that way. I only wish to wipe out the palace after all. With all due respect, my lord, we were given years of training regarding fighting skills, formations, and special techniques. We are strong because of our synergy, which is something we do not share with your militia. Moreover, even if we can outnumber the guardsmen, there is only one way into the palace. It goes without saying, but we are definitely not going through the front gate. Your militia is not trained with wall climbing skills like us, my lord. Please be patient and try to understand. Think about the queen. One wrong move will turn your daughter into the king's leverage against you. I hope it does. I'm sick of these old, nasty, wrinkly people just being a harpy and nasty and annoying. Lord Rick says that I have no other choice but to wait until winter. Who this? A servant. Okay. My lord, Dawn the royal quartermaid is here for the letter exchange. Please kindly escort our comrade to the secret chamber. Mara must not know of our plan. Oh, I knew something was up with Dawn. Right away, my lord. Please follow me, sir. Nah, I knew Dawn was sus because she was helping Mara. Send her in. Yes, my lord. Dawn. Oh. Dawn says, "Greetings, my lord. Her Majesty is in dire need of your aid. I have heard about what happened with Prince Kairos. It does not matter to me. What difference does it make when the baby is not of Salvador's blood? I'm actually glad her obsession of someone else's child is no more. Her Majesty has been sorrowful over losing Prince Kairos, but it's about Madame Blair, my lord." Madam? That damned wench got the Azure Tiara? Yes, we did. And guess what? We're going to snatch the Ruby Tiara off your daughter's head too. And then we're going to eliminate you and nasty King Neelis and all the other nasty old people. And we're going to take Mara down too. With the crown. Sick of them. I'm sick of them. I need to end this for real. Indeed, my lord. The ceremony just took place this morning. I thought that little shrew was too precious to spread her legs for the king. Watch your mouth, Lord Rick. Watch your mouth. The obscenity in Lord Rick's angry words startled the royal quartermaid. I'm not sure, my lord. She must have agreed to consummate the marriage finally. The fickle act. Typical. Something my daughter could never pull. She appreciates the king way too much. Here is the letter from Her Majesty, my lord. You will know more after reading it. Dawn, you're joining King Neelis and Lord Rick too, so should have just shut up. You should have just been quiet, but no. She wants Blair assassinated while she's out here teaching commoners how to fight. Her Majesty had tried many different methods. Unfortunately, instead of going down, Blair's influence just grew even more tremendously afterwards. Her Majesty is desperate as she is running out of resources now. Though with a clear understanding of his daughter's struggle, the Salvador Lord is well aware of the promise he made to King Neelis. Blair is to be captured alive for the vengeful king's sweet revenge. Madame Blair is actually outside the palace right now. I'm not going to have Blair killed. My lord, it will be too obvious. Mara has to understand, we cannot act on impulse. Her misery has clouded her judgment and she didn't think this through. Every time she attempted one of her little ploys, she always had someone else to pin it on. However, she has no more scapegoats at her disposal now. You're right. If I have Blair assassinated right out there, the trail will just lead right back to House Salvador. I can't even pin it on the green scarves anymore. Are you just going to write a letter back to Her Majesty, my lord? This is a lot to process and remember. Oh, Dawn, I'm sorry. You were a spy for who knows how long and you can't even process what he said? Okay. Actually, I have an idea. What's on your mind, my lord? Mara is feeling desolated right now. She feels threatened and she is vulnerable. I think it is time for another Salvador to join her. Another Salvador? I want Mara to be patient and trust her father to get this done. What she needs right now isn't Blair's death, but someone on her side. Someone who can offer her support and... Wait, what if... Lord Rick initially just wanted a temporal solution to soothe his uneasy daughter, but then... Maybe this idea can actually turn into something bigger. This might just be the one solution that can tie up all the loose ends. A good tactician always has an alternative plan. Moreover, on top of creating a much-needed distraction, having a legitimate royal-blooded Salvador will actually benefit either plan. Great, just what we need, another Salvador. Just like that, with his mind already made up, a scheme has been plotted. My lord. Mara still doesn't have a lady-in-waiting, does she? Not since concubine Velia had become an empress, my lord. I'm going to arrange Catherine to be Mara's lady-in-waiting. She's Mara's little sister. Mara was still teaching her how to walk before she married into the palace. She is all grown up now. I think she will be able to help her big sister. I'm sure Her Majesty will be thrilled to reunite with their little sister again. But for Lady Catherine to become a mere lady-in-waiting, that's the only way to get her into the palace, which is the only thing that matters. Mara will know what to do after that. I understand, my lord. Will a letter be written to inform Her Majesty of the good news? That won't be necessary. I will be going to the palace to meet with His Majesty a bit more than a fortnight later. He is expecting another militia report on that day, and I will bring Catherine over. That should give me enough time to prepare Catherine for this too. Just let Mara know her little sister will be joining her soon. Thank you, my lord. I shall bring her the good news now. I'm really sick and tired of them Salvadors. Like, they all just need to be bye-bye. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. Why is there so many? And they're so annoying. Lord Rick, I don't care about you. I don't care if you're sad. Like, be quiet. Catherine says, something on your mind, father? Lord Rick says, my little bird, father needs your help. I hate to do this to you, but it is for House Salvador. And you are the only person I trust to do this now. What do you need me to do, father? Baby girl, your big sister is getting older. Father needs you to get inside the palace to help her. The young Salvador daughter knows exactly what her father is asking of her. It is a big sacrifice and a point of no return, nonetheless. Is she really willing to do this just for the future of House Salvador? Well, just like her older sister and pretty much the rest of the Salvadors, she retains a selfless devotion to her house. Of course she does. Of course she does. Ugh. I would do anything for our house, Father. The Salvador Lord smiles with satisfaction. I have raised you well, Catherine. Father can promise you it won't take that long. When the time comes, you will have your freedom back to do anything you want. Why is everyone always plotting against us? It's actually so infuriating. Like, y'all aren't gonna win. Like, just be quiet. There's something that can take your mind off this whole Athenia mess. That would be karate. No matter how grim things have been, it does help to get some fresh air and stretch your arms. It also gives you hope to see their enthusiasm in learning your fighting techniques. The commoners might not have been experienced in fighting, but they are all hard workers. Courage, determination, and a little strength is all one person needs to be a fierce fighter. Initially, King Cletus arranged Royal Guard Josh to train the male commoners, and you to train the females. But if the whole goal was to train women to be as strong as men, there is no point coddling them. Pairing men and women to spar with each other will give them just the pressure they need. After all, it's not like the bandits will arrange female bandits to fight the female commoners. The world is never fair, and learning to adapt is necessary. There will be pain and wounds, but how would one learn without making mistakes? You focus on teaching the commoners how to survive with disarming and counterattacking techniques, while Royal Guard Josh teaches them how to intercept an attack in various lethal attack moves. He is trained to kill after all, and that's what he is good at. After these commoners finish their basic training, it will be up to them to keep practicing on their own, making room for the next group of commoners as the militia keeps expanding. That is the plan, at least. I'm sorry, Cletus, why is it that you haven't figured out that the House Salvador is behind this? Like, things aren't adding up and you don't even, like, question it. Well, actually, I take that back. I guess he did kind of ask him to take down House Salvador. Never mind. Comfy chair. After a long day with the ceremony and the training, you are extremely worn out. Alas, you still have to handle the duties of a madam before you can rest. A request from Consort Judy. Your Grace, my dress was mysteriously torn apart. I suspect Consort Sophia did it. She has always been jealous because my waist is tinier than hers, blah blah blah. Requesting for a new attire with different colors, blah blah, investigation and punishment for Consort Sophia. Seriously? Requisition of an original colored new attire approved. No punishment for Consort Sophia unless proven guilty. One down? Queen Mara wasn't lying after all. These duties are indeed tedious. But you signed up for this and you cannot back down. It's your chance to show your fairness and hard work and earn everyone's respect. Okay, look at us, overachiever. Unfortunately, exhaustion is slowly taking over. No, I cannot fall asleep. Yeah, we tired. Yep, we fell asleep. Well, at least you tried. Is Cletus gonna walk in? Yep. I called it. He's gonna be giddy. Yep. King Cletus's soft chuckle brings you right back from the dreamland. What? Who's there? Relax, Blair, it's just me. Not gonna lie, they make a good couple. I can't lie. I missed you, my valiant Rose. You respond to that romantic gesture with a heartfelt smile. King Cletus smiles back at you affectionately. He knows you don't like to talk about feelings much. Your smile is all the happiness he seeks. You shouldn't burden yourself with these. Mara and Raquel ignores a lot of them. That's exactly why I have to do them, Cletus. I need to be a good madam inside and outside of the palace. I have to set a good example for everyone. And show everyone how much I will be a better queen than that biatch. Right, because I'm sick of Mara. She's a terrible queen. I just hate seeing you so burdened, Blair. He pecked the troubled king on his cheek to ease his mind. I have been through so much, Cletus. This is nothing. Trust me, I can handle them. Anyway, how are the commoners? Did the training go well? Pretty good. Yes, they were eager to learn. I have decided to combine the training of male and female commoners. It will be more effective and practical. They should be able to finish their training by autumn. You know best. I will not interfere with your ways. At any rate, the reason I came here this late at night is because I have something to discuss with you. You came to my chamber this late at night to talk about the Salvadors? It is about House Salvador, so I don't want to raise any suspicion. If I only enter your chamber at night to discuss about our plan, people will think I only come here to lay with you. That way they will be less likely to eavesdrop on us. Oh. You know what? We're gonna be flirty, so laying is part of the plan then? Are you sure you only came here to talk about House Salvador? Oh, she bold. King Cletus blushes to your teasing tone. You got me, Blair. I plan to do more than just talking to you. Okay. But let's focus on House Salvador first before I lose my focus. Clearly. He down bad. The guardsman reported another bandit attack right outside the capital, where House Salvador's militia should be overseeing. This can only mean one thing. Lord Rick didn't do anything about the corruption within his militia. I am hardly surprised, right? Well, Lord Rick is going to be coming to the palace for another militia report soon. I want to talk to him about the royal decree. It is time we disband all noble militia. As much as I want to see House Salvador sink, right? Are we really ready to do this? The whole point of having militia is to defend the kingdom and protect the commoners from various threats. Now that we are training the commoners to defend themselves, Blair, I want the militia you are training to be the only militia in Athenia. I doubt the nobles will be fine with this, though. Having their militia disbanded must sound like a punishment to them. Most of the houses are quite easy to convince with a grand title and some gold coins. But House Salvador's militia has about 200 men, and Lord Rick needs neither gold coins or another title as he's the highest noble in Athenia. I'm going to need more than a convincing speech to disband his militia. Blair, you always come up with an astonishing solution. What do you think? We just need to give Lord Rick something he would want. Gold coins must not be the only reason he trained the biggest militia in Athenia. Any militia can be corrupted and profit from the commoners. Indeed, Lord Rick seeks power, not wealth. If having the biggest militia is his way of being powerful, then we need to give him something else just as good or even better. What do you think, Blair? What if instead of disbanding all the militia, we combine them into one big army that is not affiliated to any house? It will be an army for Athenia. It is an interesting idea. I still don't think Lord Rick would like it. He does like having his men. Also, he's plotting against us, which we still haven't figured out yet, so great. Then we mislead him into thinking he will be leading that army. Okay, I like that part of the plan. You want me to lie to Lord Rick? Yeah, can you do that for us? Not necessarily lying. We just need to make him think he will be leading the army. If you bring up this idea to him and no one else, he will probably assume he is important to this arrangement already. It might not be that hard to guide him into thinking he will be in charge. Then after he gets his men into the palace, they will prompt to swear fealty to me. By the time Lord Rick realizes he has misunderstood you this whole time, it won't matter anymore because he won't be able to do anything. Although, I don't know how this is going to work with him sneaking the soldiers in, but feeling appeased, King Cletus smiles happily at you. Not only because the two of you just worked out a promising plan to bring down House Salvador, he's also pleased by the fact that he can finally open up to another person who shares the same goal. Gosh knows how much time he spent feeling repressed by this biggest threat within Athenia. Without their militia, House Salvador will be no better than the other noble houses. This is just the beginning, Mara. We're taking everything from you. It's very late, I should let you rest. Yeah, right, I still have a bunch of these requests to deal with. I am not done with my madam duties. I cannot rest until they are dealt with. You don't have to do them all tonight, Blair, they can wait. There will be new duties again in the morning. If I let them stack, I will never finish them. You were so tired that you fell asleep when I came here, Blair. Why don't we go through these requests together, on my bed? Well, I can probably finish these faster with an extra pair of hands, Your Majesty. You want me to go through the endless demands of my empresses? Well, it's your fault to have so many wives. Oop! Not calling them out. Yes, I may have a few too many empresses, but I only have one wife. Ooh, okay. I'm well aware of the presence of Her Majesty. Mara is my queen and she leads my empresses, but she is not my wife. Ooh. It doesn't matter anyway. As long as you have your empresses, you still have to do night attendance with them. I have not picked anyone since you have become my empress, Blair. Okay, good. You shouldn't. You will have to resume night attendance sooner or later. Isn't it the king's duty to preserve the royal bloodline? Actually, Blair, I am not planning to do any more night attendance. I have 2 sons now. The royal bloodline is preserved. Even though I'm not supposed to do this, I will still stay faithful to you. Good. You better. I want to be your husband, not your king, Blair. Okay, that's sweet. I can't lie. That was sweet. I'm seeing the chemistry now. Baby girl was right. I'm seeing the chemistry. He's getting better. King Cletus staying faithful to you does take away the future of all other empresses. I don't care. Love is shellfish. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. At least most of the empresses on your side do not really care for night attendance. If anything, they probably prefer the king to favor you over anyone else. Other people might exploit the king's affection to harm them, but they know you won't. A moderately long while later. Oh, it's very late, but you are not sleepy anymore. King Cletus made sure of that, although that wasn't his intention. How is he still awake after all that? Well, let's finish those madam duties of yours now. They said we're gonna get some, and then we're gonna do work. Okay. As tedious as these duties are, King Cletus is not making a single complaint. He understands how much you are going through for him, and you are going to be doing it every day. This is the least he can do for you. I'm glad he's helping her, because she has a lot to do. With his help, you managed to go through all the requests, and earned yourselves a good night's sleep. You may be an outsider, but the two of you do make a good team. The next morning, and now we're back to the old hag and the little harpy Dawn. All done, Your Majesty. Madame Blair should be heading over for her duties soon. Should I escort her grace here, Your Majesty? That wench is never stepping in my chamber again. Oh, Mar, you better watch your tone, because I have so many punishments lined up for you, and you're just getting 1 + 1 + 1. Should I have her grace wait for you in the courtyard then, Your Majesty? I don't want to see her spiteful face either. Oh, I don't want to see your ugly hag face either. Goodness, every time I hear her rolling her harpy tongue, and you're gonna have a poor tongue pretty soon here. Why is she even allowed to wear her hair like that? Because we're young and beautiful, and King Cletus actually loves us, and he never loved you, so. Rumors said the Taylors initially had her hair worn traditionally. Madame Blair didn't like it, so His Majesty just let her Grace have her way. A churl like her has no place in the palace. You're the only churl here, hag. His Majesty doesn't even realize how destructive she is. You mean you? 'Cause you're the one who's destructive. Don't worry, Your Majesty. Madame Blair doesn't have a powerful house behind her. The king may be interested in her because she's pretty indifferent. It's just like a new piece of jewelry, Your Majesty. You wear it for a while, then you lose interest and put it away. Dawn, you're funny. And stupid. I doubt Blair is just a new piece of jewelry to His Majesty. Rest assured, my queen, His Majesty will grow tired of her soon. Okay, Dawn, be delusional, please. Moreover, Lady Catherine will be here soon. I'm sure His Majesty will forget all about Madame Blair once he lays eyes on a true beauty like her. Father is expecting me to make Catherine an empress, but she is my baby sister. I want her to be happy. Life of an empress is hard. Just look at me. Even as the Queen of Athenia, I have never been truly happy. Well, you could have been, but you're just an old, nasty hag, so... Of course you're bitter and nasty and mean, so... No, of course you're not going to be happy. I don't want Catherine to share the same fate. Growing old in the palace with a king who doesn't love her? Are you planning to keep Lady Catherine a lady-in-waiting forever, Your Majesty? Of course not. I wouldn't do that to my sister. She was merely a toddler when I last saw her. She had the prettiest eyes, so innocent. The queen smiles as she refreshes her memories. How she taught her baby sister to talk her first word, to walk her first step. I do plan to spend some time with Catherine, but I'm also going to find her a promising suitor who can give her the happiness she deserves. Oh, okay, instead of just letting her pick someone. Okay, you're a terrible sister and a terrible person. Okay. Because, gosh forbid, Catherine can't choose who she wants. That's understandable, Your Majesty. But Lady Catherine might be able to distract His Majesty from Madame Blair. There are numerous beautiful consorts in the palace I can use. But, enough chattering. As much as I'd like to keep Blair waiting under the sun, I don't want that wench to get sick and pin it on me. Best be knowing we will. Hag. Ugly hag. Inside and out. I'll just go by myself. You stay here and clean. Nobody likes a nasty heart, Mara. And your fashion sense is just as bad. Outside Queen Mara's estate. Drops of sweat slide down your forehead as you wait for the queen under the direct sunlight. Where's she at? She's taking forever. Guess the queen is taking her sweet time. You turn around as you hear footsteps approaching from behind. Oh, it's the physician. Of course it's not the queen. We need to get information out of him. Actually, now that he's here, I should try to get some information out of him. Just what I was thinking, Blair. Good thinking. Queen Mara got away with Salona's death already. But she must have something to do with Roxanne's death. If I can prove it... Your Grace? Are you here to see Her Majesty as well? Just delivering Her Majesty's sleeping remedies, Your Grace. She has trouble sleeping, huh? I wonder why. Before you go, can I ask you a quick question? What do you wish to know, Your Grace? I was there when Salona died to childbirth. She was suffering for a very long time. I'm so sorry, Your Grace. I have tried. I am not blaming you. I just want to know. Oh, I'm blaming him. The makeup brush, dude. Come on. How was it like when Roxanne died? As far as I know, she didn't really take that long to give birth to Prince Kairos. Also, why was none of us notified if something critical was happening during her childbirth? The physician seems a bit overwhelmed by your straightforward questions. While avoiding making eye contact with you, he forces a smile. Okay, he definitely knows something and it's going to be dirty. Well, death in childbirth can happen in different ways, Your Grace. What happened to Roxanne was unfortunate. You stare right into his eyes without giving him any responses. You better tell us. The remedies may go bad in this heat, Your Grace. I should carry on. The more evasive he is, the more likely the Queen is involved. Right. Sigh, I'm a madam now, only the Queen can keep him from telling the truth. From telling me the truth. I feel like I need to choose the I can protect you if you tell me the truth choice. I feel like if I do the other ones, it won't matter. I know what you were afraid of, but if you tell me the truth, I can promise you protection. With a pained look on his face, the physician lets out a heavy sigh. You can see he is struggling. Do you doubt me? Of course not, Your Grace. Honestly, you speak truer words than anyone else in the palace. Then what are you still so afraid of? I am but an old man, Your Grace. At this stage of my life, I only hope for a peaceful and painless death. What I worry about is my family outside the palace, Your Grace. My son is about to become a father, too. I'm sorry, Your Grace. It's House Salvador, isn't it? His silence very much answered your question. I give you my word if you tell me everything. Your family will be safe. Okay, so tell us and stop being an old fart. I trained the militia outside the palace. They may not be able to protect your family yet, but they should be able to help them get out of the capital. The capital? Is this the Hunger Games? I will also make sure they will have enough gold coins to live a comfortable life. The physician seems quite convinced, though he's still hesitating. Please be assured, I'm not even going to have you questioned in front of Her Majesty. I just need to know the truth, so I know where to look for evidence. House Salvador probably won't even come after your family because they won't have any idea. So stop being an old fart and tell us. Very well, I will tell you what I know, Your Grace. You were right, nothing went wrong during the childbirth. After knowing she had given birth to a prince, Roxanne was rather excited. She urged me to show the newborn to Her Majesty at once. When I saw Her Majesty, she had already prepared a cup of dawnberry tea for Roxanne. I didn't exactly know what was in there. I did not try to find out for obvious reasons. But Roxanne drank the tea without any suspicion and collapsed almost immediately. We got the complete truth from the physician and will affect the fate of Queen Mara. Okay, good, because I'm sick of Mara. She needs to get the worst punishment. Poisoned, just as I suspected. She must have more of that poison sitting around. I gotta find it somehow. Thank you for being honest with me. I think I can work out the rest. Of course, Your Grace, about my family. I will make the arrangement right away. Thank you, Your Grace. Please forgive me for being so blunt, but I should really go deliver the remedies now, Your Grace. Of course, don't let me keep you. Your Grace. I don't know, I still don't like you because you didn't save Salona. Makeup brush, man. But I guess you're not completely useless. The Queen is always in her chamber. How can I sneak in there somehow? Oh, look at who it is, the old hag herself. A slight smirk emerges from the corner of Queen Mara's mouth, as her eyes linger on the drops of sweat dripping off your dark hair. Apologies, Madame Blair, I wasn't feeling too well this morning. Oh, bull crap. So it took me a little bit longer to get ready. Biatch is trying to taunt me again. I've always been fond of sunny days. Even the most precious flower needs sunlight to bloom, Your Majesty. It's unfortunate most flowers tend to wither too quickly. Not before they have served their purposes, Your Majesty. That's the only thing that matters, isn't it? Right. You gonna be quiet, old hag? At any rate, I suggest we make haste, Your Majesty. I should be heading out for the training very soon. Let's get on with it then. It's too hot in here though, we do this in the study. Without another look, Queen Mara turns around and walks away, expecting you to follow her. Ugh. Old hag. Of course you have no choice but to follow her. She is still the queen. For now. Yeah, for now, Mara. Gosh. Here we are, back to training the common folk. Doing your duties with Queen Mara was agonizing, to say the least. Coming out to train the militia feels more like a reward, rather than a responsibility, because it is the only time you get to unwind a bit. Dealing with honest people who are not scheming something. Great. Why did you bring me here, father? I thought you hated the commoner militia. I'm not showing you the militia, Catherine. Look more carefully. He's gonna show, Lord Rick is gonna show Catherine us. Yep. Yep. That hair, it's Madame Blair, isn't it? You were bringing me here just to see that woman? Know thy enemy, Catherine. I bring you here to show you what you are up against. Your big sister has been the Queen of Athenia for a long time. A lot of women have tried to take her place and failed. Until this dark-haired woman came to the palace. Mara is smart and perceptive, and for the first time, her stature in Athenia is threatened by another woman. I don't want the same to happen to you, Catherine. That's why I have to bring you here and show you what you are up against. Oh, Catherine, you're not winning either. Okay, you want to be old like Mara? I suggest you stop now. You'll get wrinkles quite fast. The young Salvador daughter studies you thoroughly. The way you treat the commoners as equals, even as the bearer of the azure tiara. The way you teach them how to use their courage to fuel their strength in fights. The way you throw a powerful punch that demonstrates your unmatchable strength in a woman. There's an unusual charm in the woman she is studying. She can see the effect you have on the commoners with or without that impeccable beauty. No wonder the king would choose you over her sister. She is a remarkable woman, father. I think I understand why sister is losing to her. Sister is a sharp blade, but Madame Blair is an even sharper blade. Parrying such a sharp blade directly will only dent your own sword. I do not have Madame Blair's charm, strength, nor beauty. But no one is without weakness, I just need to find a way in. Acknowledging the strength in your enemy is the first step of learning how to defeat them. Do you know what your strength is? Nope, apparently not. You are appeasing and you know how to restrain yourself. You have the power to soothe anger and ease frustration. Something neither Blair or Mara possesses. The king may be obsessed with Blair, but she isn't the one to calm a storm. Instead, she's always the one who creates the storm. That's your way in, Catherine. Great. Cletus, I swear, if you let this girl get in between you and Blair, I might be bad. Lord Rick doesn't need to say further. Not to a circumspect woman like Catherine anyway. He knows his daughter well enough. Let's head home, we don't have many days left. But I want to spend as much time with my baby girl as possible. I hope you leave as soon as possible, because your days are limited. Catherine, you better calm down. Okay? You better calm down. That's the end. Oh no. That was embarrassing. Later that day, after another exhausting afternoon, your duty tonight is to learn the way of knight attendance. As a madam, you are supposed to train the consorts after all. Even though the king isn't planning to put your effort to good use, a duty is a duty. Here's King Cletus again. Oh. What are you reading? Nothing. He's like, very curious. Fine, I am learning the weight of night attendants. What? She's reading a... Okay. And before you get any funny ideas, I'm doing this to train the consorts. Why? Are you preparing them for the next king if I fall? Why would you say something unlucky like that? I happen to be not so superstitious. Surprisingly. I used to have a friend who was obsessed with horoscopes. People somehow believe one's personality and fate can be altered by their birth time. Your friend sounds quite gullible. I bet you she is. Tell me more about her. Her name is Angel. She actually looks a lot like Salona. Instead of the light blonde hair, Angel's hair was black. You have a friend with the same face as Salona? I know. How weird is that? Do you think there is someone in your world who looks like me as well? I don't know. Maybe? I have not met anyone like you there. Do you think there might be someone with my face here too? Possibly with light-colored hair? I have a hard time believing there is someone even remotely like you. Oh, okay. He's a flatterer. Tell me about your world, Blair. Well, you told the intrigued Athenian king everything about your world. Everything. The two of you never got the chance to talk about your world and how you got here. Even now you are trying very hard not to tread on that one question. What are you going to do after taking down the Salvadors? The question that the both of you are too scared to ask and answer. Eventually it gets harder and harder to avoid as you keep talking. That's when you both stop talking. Okay. Yes, it's not healthy. Sooner or later, you will have to make up your mind. Look at them getting frisky. Crazy. A few days later. Oh, girl, are you okay? Could have sworn I just fell asleep less than an hour ago. Hey, Zeddy. There is a pigeon sitting on the bench, Your Grace. Guardsman Patrick saw it sitting there for a long time. Why is Guardsman Patrick at my estate in the morning? Y'all, I cannot believe my SIRI went off. I don't want to say her name because it'll go off again. But I was literally saying the chambermaid's name and it went off. That's funny. Isn't he a prison guard? There's a spare room at the east side of the estate. You guys can use it. It's safer that way. Your Grace, Guardsman Patrick is not... Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me. You deserve to be happy too. Okay, Zeddy. Oh, I shouldn't have said her name. My thing's gonna go off. Thank you, Your Grace. Well, I better go check what that bird is about. Look at her getting some. Coo. Aren't you a pretty little dove? Cuckoo. Do you have something for me? Another of Alec's letter. It's been a while since he wrote me. Oh, what'd he say? King Nelis is killing Belle and Alec needs my help. But if Belle is trying to sneak here in the carriage transporting all the trade goods, the guardsmen at the gate are going to find her. Oh gosh, if she gets caught? Think, Blair, think. No one can know where Belle is, not even the king. If anyone finds out, there will be rumors. Either Athenia will be violating the treaties for openly sheltering King Nelis' target, forcing all 4 other kingdoms to turn against Athenia, or Belle dies as a mean to keep Athenia safe. Well, I have to do this alone without telling anyone. Oh boy, look at us, always in a predicament. According to the schedule, the Gregorian carriage should be coming in 2 days. Okay, at least we have some time ahead. They always come during the afternoon when I train the militia too. There goes my chance to sneak out and save her. If I don't go and train the militia, everyone will wonder where I went. Even if the king lets me off easy for abandoning my duty, Queen Mara will definitely use it against me. Darn it, what am I supposed to do? Crap, 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 crap. Oh my goodness, Blair? Okay, Raquel, please come through for us. She's gonna come through. Raquel, please. Episode 24, Bait and Switch. Let's go. According to the schedule, the Gregorian carriage should be coming in 2 days. They always come during the afternoon when I train the militia, too. There goes my chance to sneak out and save her. If I don't go and train the militia, everyone will wonder where I went. Even if the king lets me off easy for abandoning my duty, Queen Mara will definitely use it against me. Darn it, what am I supposed to do? Crap, 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 crap. Oh my goodness, Blair? Oh shoot. That's very vulgar and loud. Now I have cursed in front of the Zubian princess. Lovely. Apologies then, your highness. I am an empress just like you now, Blair. Please address me as an equal. The madam lets out a sigh and chuckles at you. Wow, this is like the first time I have seen her laugh. You have always been the lively one to keep things interesting in the palace. I do appreciate your boldness. Thank you, your Madam Raquel. I shall not keep you occupied. Whatever is troubling you, I hope you will find a solution, Blair. Madam Raquel turns around, getting ready to leave. Wait, Madam Raquel. Madam Raquel turns back to you with a questioning look. She doesn't talk much, but she is low-key predominant. Maybe I can ask her for some help? This is quite a gamble, but I have no other options for now. Madam Raquel? I understand you don't like to get yourself involved with troubles, but a woman's life is at stake, and my options are limited. Do you think you could help me? Who is this woman you speak of? That's the thing, Madam Raquel. I don't think I should tell you who she is. I see. What is happening to her then? Actually, I cannot tell you that either. She's like, girl gave me nothing. It's for your own good. In 2 days, the Gregorian carriage will pass through the gate of Athenia. A woman is hiding inside the carriage, and I need to get her out of there before the inspection. You are trying to smuggle a Gregorian? Yep. The trade good carriages from Gregolia, Zubia, and Heral tend to go through the gate around the same time. If she is a person of no importance, I suppose I could find a way to hide her in the Zubian carriage and bring it over the palace. But I need to know who I am saving. I do not wish to commit treason against Athenia. It's nothing like that, Madam Raquel. She is just an honest, innocent woman who is being hunted by King Nelis. That's why no one else can know about this. Madam Raquel is a Zubian princess after all. In fact, her very presence in Athenia and marriage to King Cletus was a desperate diplomacy measure. She does get your secrecy. She's been trying so hard to stay out of troubles herself. And right now, what you are asking of her is exactly the kind of things she avoids at all costs. It's pretty obvious you wouldn't be doing something that favors King Nelis himself. You keep this as a secret because it may put Athenia at risk, and for her, it can be a lot worse than that. Blair, you trusted me with concubine Salona's child. I appreciate that. But what you are asking is a lot. I cannot put Zubia at risk, Blair. Please try to understand. Appeal to her humanity. Madam Raquel, she is a kind woman who did nothing wrong. Without your help, she is going to die. Please, don't let another good person die to King Nelis' tyranny. As much as Madam Raquel wants to stay out of everything, she does know all the evil deeds of King Nelis. If this woman actually gets sent back to Gregolia, The dictatorial king will give her the worst death just for trying to escape. She seems quite moved, but I need more than this. She is scared for her kingdom after all. Maybe she just needs a bit of reassurance in order to take the step. If anyone finds out about this, I will take full responsibility, Madame Raquel. That's why I didn't tell you who she was nor what she did in Gregolia. Come on, Raquel. If I help you, Zubia stays out of this at all costs. Neither Zubia nor you will bear the consequences should anything go wrong. You have my word. Very well, I will help you get her into the palace. But that's all I will be doing. It will be up to you to keep her hidden in the palace. Sounds good to me. I will figure out how to get her in here. Just prepare a place for her to settle in once I get her into the palace. Thank you, Madame Raquel. I really appreciate your kindness. Thank you. Madame Raquel gives you a slight nod with a firm look in her eyes. Don't worry, Alec. I got this. Well, hopefully. 2 days later. Oh, looks like here's the guardsman. Though safely hidden in the carriage, it's been a few days since Belle had any food or water. Alas, starvation or dehydration is not even the top of her concern right now. The carriage is arriving in Athenia soon. She had never stepped foot outside Gregolia her entire life. This is also terrifying. Moreover, what is going to happen soon? Will the Athenian empress, whom her prince trusts so much, really come to her rescue? Probably. Back at the Athenian palace. Some of the commoners do learn a bit slower than the rest, but they are of different ages and occupations. It's only natural for a young farmer to perform better than an older merchant. Overall, they are all on track. No one is falling behind in their training. I'm glad to hear that. I appreciate all you have been doing for Athenia, Blair. King Cletus smiles at you warmly. You respond to that with a half-hearted smile. Not that you don't appreciate his praise. You just have too much on your mind right now. I haven't seen Madame Raquel since we last spoke in the courtyard. Is she actually going to help Belle? And you as well, Royal Guard Josh. It's my duty to serve, Your Majesty. Now, if there is nothing else to report... Oh, here's Madame Raquel. Your Majesty. You seldom come to the royal quarter, Raquel. Is there something you need? With your permission, I would like to accompany Madame Blair outside the palace. The Zubian carriage is arriving at Athenia today, and it contains some hand-sewn apparels for my mother. I can have the clothes retrieved for you, Raquel. You don't have to go out of the palace to get them yourself. Those apparels are of a more personal nature, Your Majesty. I would appreciate if I am allowed to retrieve them myself. Before the guardsmen inspect the carriages and lay eyes on them. I see. You have my permission to leave the palace to retrieve them today. However, you shouldn't have such intimate garments delivered to Athenia, Raquel. I understand, Your Majesty, I miss wearing something Mother made for me, but as a Madam of Athenia, Mother could only craft me something to wear under my gown. Madame Raquel might be lying just to get out of the palace, but everything she said just sounds so genuine. She must be super homesick. Here you are, feeling bad for Madame Raquel. Not knowing the guilt that King Cletus feels for her is even stronger. Madame Raquel married him only to save her beloved kingdom. She shows no affection towards him, and she pretty much tolerates everything thrown at her. She is the first Zubian princess, and she deserved to be the Queen of Athenia just for that title. Yet she never complained or asked for anything ever since her marriage. Until today. Well, the least he can do is to let the Zubian princess go out today, and get the hand-sewn undergarments from her mother. Blair, would you accompany Madame Raquel to the North Gate today? Since you are a madam as well, Raquel won't feel humiliated doing this with you. Plus, you are more than capable to protect her. Of course, Your Majesty. King Cletus nods at you approvingly. Make sure what Raquel seeks is in there, then kindly escort the carriage inside the palace. I assume Madame Raquel wouldn't want to carry her items all the way back. Thank you for your consideration, Your Majesty. Madame Raquel never gets involved in the power game, but darn. She knew the king would have me accompany her. And she knew the king would have the Zubian carriage escorted back here, just so Belle can make it into the palace without a trace. She had the whole plan thought out, and she managed to make the king say it out for her. She definitely knows how to manipulate, might even be better than the queen. She is either a powerful ally to have, or even worse enemy for me to face. Good thing the only side she's on is Zubia, not the queen. Josh, you're going to be doing the militia training alone today. Just assure the commoners that their beloved madam will be back tomorrow. Yes, Your Majesty. Well then, carry on. Okay. Thanks, Raquel, because we were in a real pickle there. This is how it will go, Madam Blair. We will head to the north gate right now and talk to the guardsmen. When the carriages arrive, I will keep the guardsmen and couriers distracted by giving them these flagons of Athenian mead. That should give us enough time to move this woman into the Zubian carriage. Okay. After the switch, I will have the carriage stop at my estate. Have you found a place for her to hide in? Yes, I have. I'm going to hide her in the old supply quarter. No one goes there anymore, it should be safe for her. Then let us get a move on time of essence. We'll just say thank you. Thank you for doing this, Madame Raquel. I will not forget this. As much as I wish to avoid being a part of this, I know the way King Nelis is and what he does to people who angers him. I would not want this woman to meet such misfortune. King Nelis probably did some crap to Zubia before. Did something happen between Zubia and Gargolia, Your Grace? It matters no more. We should really head out before the carriages arrive. There's some lore there that we don't know. Something happened. Poor Raquel. Please kindly proceed for your inspection. We will also need the manifest in your hand. Apologies, sir. Some of the boxes seem to have collapsed, probably due to the rocky road on the way there. Please allow us a moment to reorganize the goods. Try to be swift. They are right outside. We need to stop the inspection now, Madame Raquel. I will handle it, Madame Blair. Everything will be fine. Upon reassuring you, Madame Raquel turns around. Nah, because she's smart. Madame Raquel is smart. We have some fine ceramic table lamps in the carriage this time. Open up the carriage. I need to take a look and see if they are in the collapsed boxes. Your Grace? Look at all them. They look shook. With His Majesty's permission, I have come to inspect the carriage from Zubia. It contains some garments for me, hand-sewn by the Queen of Zubia. And I wish to have them delivered straight to my estate before others lay eyes on them. Of course, Your Grace. Please feel free to inspect the carriage. His Majesty does appreciate your hard work. I have brought a few flagons of Athenian mead here. They were brewed right in the palace. Why don't you all take a break and enjoy the mead while I retrieve my garments? Athenian mead may not be luxury wine, but the fact that it was brewed in the palace changes everything. Because such mead would be made to perfection. That only kind of quality that is good enough for the Athenian king to enjoy. There is enough for our hard-working couriers, too. Athenian mead for everyone. Hail to his majesty. Look at all them cheering. You 3 are getting 2 flagons only. There are 6 flagons for 5 of us. We should each get a flagon at least. Forget that. I say we have a drinking game at the gazebo over there. Let's go, brothers. Look at them all go. That's funny. Good work, Raquel. You can come out now. Madam Blair? Not quite. Your hair. You are not Madam Blair. Calm down. Madam Blair is here too. Cautiously, Madame Raquel looks to the distance, making sure the guardsmen and couriers are enjoying their Athenian mead. Madame Blair, she's here. Blair, everything Alec told me about you was right. I can say the same about you, Belle. Anyway, what happened with... Please don't have this conversation in my presence. We should hurry anyway, the men will come back soon. Oh, right. Please hop on the Zubian carriage, Belle. We are getting you into the Athenian palace. You know, we saving lives around here, you know? Cause we good person, you know? Meanwhile, at the Salvador estate. Have you tried the attire I prepared for you, baby girl? Yes, father, I am wearing it now. Come out and show father how beautiful you look in it. My little girl has grown up into such a fine young woman. I have this attire specially made by the Zubian tailors. It is made entirely of Zubian silk. With a dress like this and your moon crystal jewelry, His Majesty will not be able to take his eyes off you. This all looks very nice, father, but I don't think I should wear this to the palace. What's wrong with this attire, Catherine? If I want to have a standing chance against Madame Blair, this is not the way to go, father. What would His Majesty think if I'm trying to be the Queen's lady-in-waiting, while dressing like a princess? Mara doesn't have a lady-in-waiting. His Majesty will let you in no matter what. That's true, but if I dress like this to impress him, it will be too obvious, father. The King's feelings toward Madame Blair might be genuine. If I dress like this to impress him, it's going to be too aggressive. I'm not going to risk driving him away, father. I should not draw his attention right now. What are you thinking, Catherine? No love is flawless, father. I just need to find where the gap is and make it wider and wider. When the gap between the King and Madame Blair is big enough for me to fit in, I will make my move, and the King will not push me away. Crazy. I'm so proud of you, baby girl. I'm not. I ain't proud of you, Catherine. I will stop making decisions for you from now on. Just go to the tailors in the village and get the right attire done. Lord Rig, you're annoying. I don't even like seeing you smile because you're fake. Later that day, you should be safe here. Sorry for the dust though, no one comes here anymore. I can clean it out myself. I do gardening all the time. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. If you need anything, you can come to my estate. There are a lot of maids in the palace. No one will suspect. You gave me a lot of food and water. I don't think I will be needing anything for a while. You might get lonely at times. Oh wait. Your white dove is still sitting in my estate. My white lady. I shall send her here to keep you company then. I should head back to my estate and get changed. Madam duties await. You saved my life, Blair. I am in your debt. Don't mention it. Prince Alec did me a huge favor too. Take care and stay safe for him, okay? I'm going to write Alec and let him know you are safe. I'll visit you again in a couple days. Low-key, I don't know. The king might get the letters. That's what I'm afraid of. Dear Alec, Belle is fine and she's with me in the palace. I will keep her safe for as long as I can. Don't worry. Gonna have to send this out discreetly tomorrow morning. As for now, it's fun madam duties time. Neelis is gonna find the letters, and it's really gonna expose our plans. 2 weeks later. Alec wrote you back immediately after knowing his lover was safe. Apparently King Neelis is still looking for Belle and Gregolia. He is so furious with Alec. So much that Alec isn't even allowed to leave his chamber anymore. At least he can start exchanging letters with Belle now. They will never stop trying to be together, and they will never forget your part in this. Like Alec said, you were their beacon and you gave them hope. The consorts have been absolutely courteous. They have to play nice. You are a madam now, and with Madame Raquel isolating herself from everything, only Queen Mara and you get to decide when they are ready for night attendance. Let's face it, all the consorts promoted by Queen Mara had died in various different ways. Anyone with some sense would stay away from Queen Mara now. You would think. King Cletus said he would build you an estate for your new madam title. You convinced him to renovate an old vacant estate instead. This estate belonged to a madam of King Cletus's grandfather. It is big enough and far away from Queen Mara's chamber. King Cletus has been coming to your chamber every night to go through Athenian matters with you. It is overwhelming and it wears you out. But Lord Rick is coming to the palace soon. There is no room for mistakes when it comes to a cunning man like him. All it takes is one simple loophole to raise his suspicion, and if the Salvador Lord is angered, a civil war will be inevitable. I think it already is, to be honest, so. Oh, okay. Fortunately, as stressful as these nights have been, the two of you always have something to look forward to. He comes over under the impression of laying with his beautiful madam. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be a lie, right? Yeah. It's probably not wise to do this. You keep telling yourself that every night, and yet, you just keep letting it happen. She down bad too. You were too much in love with King Cletus to care about the consequences. It's not even lust. It's the feeling of his warm skin against yours that gives you a sense of tranquility. Everything in this world is a mess. There is no ground stable enough for you to stand on. Except when you are with him. In his presence, you can finally stop for a moment and catch a break. He's like a piece of floating ice you can rest on for a while. Until it melts in the sea anyway, then you will have to keep swimming. So, this is how we do it. Tomorrow night, Lord Rick will be coming to the palace. I'm going to invite him to dine with us. Yes, we want him to relax and feel welcomed. As if he is being rewarded for doing something. Exactly, we will lower his guard this way. Do you need to run the speech with me again? You have read that speech to me 100 times now, Blair. Do you really think I would forget a single word out of your pretty mouth? Oh, okay. Get a room. Who this? Your Majesty? Who are you? Right. I am Guardsman Patrick, Your Majesty. I stand guard in the dungeon. I see. Guardsman Patrick? That sounds familiar. Ah, that's Zeddy's little boyfriend. Huh, not bad. What news do you bring, Guardsman Patrick? One of the 2 green scarves has died in his cell, Your Majesty. Darn, I almost forgot about the 2 green scarves the king kept alive just to interrogate. That feels so long ago now. Have you been questioning them this whole time? Under His Majesty's order, we have been torturing them to get the location of the underground stronghold. It didn't take them long to spill, but the scouting team went to the location they gave us only to find it completely burned down. Since there was nothing else they could give us, we just kept them locked up in the dungeon. Every single green scarf, even the leader himself, participated in the attack. Who burned down the underground stronghold then? How did the green scarf die? He hanged himself, Your Majesty. Okay. Jeez. What would you like to do with the last green scarf, Your Majesty? Well, it's not like he's of any use to me. If his partner is suffering enough to lose the will to live, this one who's still alive must be pretty broken too. Not that I should feel sympathy for him, but he might know something about the person who hired them. Your Majesty, he might steal something, let's not be reckless. The green scarf had been honest about the stronghold location. The contract may be destroyed along with the stronghold, but he might still know something about the culprit. Let's not be reckless and kill off our last source on the culprit, Your Majesty. I'm sure he would have told us who the culprit was if he had any idea. Athenian torture methods are rather exquisite, Blair. We tortured him for a long time, Your Grace. He almost died a few times. The green scarf only answered questions that were asked. What if we weren't asking the right questions? That's true. Killing him does not do us much good, Your Majesty. We have already prevailed. Give him barely enough food and water to survive. Watch him closely. Do not let him die like his friend. Yes, Your Majesty. With so much going on, I almost forgot someone was trying to kill the king. Right. Someone was trying to kill the king and Dolores, but why? I like how your eyes flicker whenever you are thinking about something. What's on your mind? I was just thinking about the attack again. Who would ever want Madame Dolores dead? I was the one they want, Blair. Maybe Dolores was just caught in the way. Okay, Galitas, sure. Keep making excuses. I should start preparing the dinner for tomorrow. It's time for your militia training, too. I will see you tonight, Your Majesty. I will let you rest tonight. I won't be coming over. As much as I yearn for your beautiful moans next to my ears, oh my word. I would rather not exhaust myself before such an important event anyway. Okay, can y'all just get a room, please? I don't even need to be reading this. See you tomorrow, my valiant Rose. Okay. The next day. Oh, here's the old hag. Old hag number 2. A warm smile emerges at the corner of Lord Rick's mouth as he admires his talented daughter's exceptional harp skill. I'm going to miss that beautiful melody, baby girl. I didn't hear you come in, Father. Are you sure this is what you are going to wear, Catherine? Yes, father. I do not wish to attract His Majesty's sight. I want to be sought by his eyes and his mind. Luxury jewelry and clothing will only obscure your beauty anyway. At any rate, it is time for us to go. I'm going to miss being able to play my harp. I'm sure you can bring it with you, baby girl. I won't bring my harp, father. Why not? I may be able to smile to my enemies, but I cannot hide my emotions when I play my harp. Plus, I do not wish to draw attention with my music. The future of House Salvador rests on your shoulders, Catherine. I will not disappoint you, father. Let's go, baby girl. His Majesty awaits. Is it just me, or does anyone else think it's kind of weird that he calls her baby girl, like several times? Maybe it's not that weird. Let me know if that's normal for you, anyone. Maybe it's not that weird, you know? I don't know. This story's, I don't know. King Neela's is just weird, so. Dawn says, Your Grace, His Majesty is having a grand feast at the Grand Dining Hall. Her Majesty and both madams are invited, Your Grace. It's a dinner hosted for Lord Rick, isn't it? Yes, Your Grace. Then it is a dinner for His Majesty and House Salvador. I don't think I should be attending. Please let His Majesty know that I'm not feeling well. And I appreciate the invitation. Yes, Your Grace. Dawn, before you go, I'm having a headache reading under this dim light. Please fetch me a lamp for my night reading. Certainly, Your Grace. Dawn, you're low-key nasty. I don't like that she's Raquel's chambermaid. Madame Raquel grows tired as she struggles to read her book in the dark. After putting down her book, the madam sits down and awaits her lamp. Then she falls asleep. Your Grace? Apparently the madam is sound asleep. Dawn, what are you up to? You have a look in the face. Yep, then it hits the royal quartermaid. The Queen's sister is coming to the palace tonight. As much as Queen Mara doesn't want her baby sister to become an empress, she does know this young Salvador's daughter. This young Salvador daughter will be House Salvador's biggest hope. If she can somehow carve a path for Lady Catherine to walk on. Sure, she is the highest ranked maid in Athenia, but she's still a maid, and that's not enough. The bearer of the Azure Tiara is impossible to take down, but not the Amber Tiara. If she can somehow help her queen's baby sister get this Amber Tiara, just the thought of getting a piece of House Salvador's wealth puts a smile on the maid's face. I knew it. Dawn can't be trusted. With a mischievous grin, Dawn takes a candle out of the lamp and pours some of the lamp oil on the rug. That is crazy. Just flawless. Is she really about to set the room on fire? Back at your estate? Hopefully nothing goes wrong tonight. We have worked too hard on this, and if Lord Rick sees through our scheme, I can kiss my other world goodbye. Are we good? Ugh, what the heck was that? Must have been something I ate. Gah, I better go clean this up. Your Grace, you have to come with me. I know, I will head to the Grand Dining Hall now. I just got caught up with my duties. No, Your Grace. Madame Raquel's estate is on fire. What? Did Queen Mara finally decide to take out Madame Raquel? This is not good. Mara, I swear, we're gonna get you. Episode 25, The White Frisia. Oh, we throwing up. Ew, what the hell was that? Must have been something I ate. Gah, I better go clean this up. Your Grace, you have to come with me. I know, I will head to the grand dining hall now. I just got caught up with my duties. No, Your Grace. Madame Raquel's estate is on fire. What? Did Queen Mara finally decide to take out Madame Raquel? We must hurry, Your Grace. Where is everyone else? Madame Raquel's estate is very far off, like yours. You are the only other person in this area of the palace, Your Grace. Right, both Raquel and I choose to stay the heck away from everyone. Darn it, the king cannot afford to lose his focus right now. We're gonna have to do something, guys. Go notify the guardsmen at once. Tell them to bring buckets of water. Do not let His Majesty know about this yet. Tell him I have some matters to deal with and I will be with him as soon as possible. Yes, Your Grace. This is a mess. Meanwhile, at Madame Raquel's estate, fortunately, the madam woke up before the rapid spreading flame could swallow her. The exit is near and the fire keeps devouring her surroundings. Yet Madame Raquel refuses to leave. Key. Where is my key? Key? Girl, why do you want a key so bad? What is the key? Madame Raquel? This place is not going to hold. You need to get out. Now. No, Blair, I need to open up this dresser first. Who cares about that? Get out of here. No, I'm not leaving without my ring. What the heck is wrong with you? Don't make me drag you out of here. I don't care even if you are the princess of the whole dang world. Please, Blair, I need that ring. We'll tell her to leave, then get her the ring. Fine. Get out of here and I will get you that precious ring. What about you, Blair? I can run a lot faster than you. I'll be fine. It is a gold ring made in shape of a rose. Thank you, Blair. Got it. Now go. Get out of here. Smoke is quickly filling up the estate, making it extremely hard to look around. You grab the handle of the dresser and attempt to force it open. It is tightly locked, but it is a very old wooden dresser. Guess I will do this the hard way. It's not like you are unfamiliar with breaking wood panels. With one powerful blow, you successfully broke the dresser door in half. Madame Raquel does have a lot of luxurious jewelry in her dresser, but she deliberately had one golden ring set aside. It is in a tiny, simple-looking wooden box. This must be your precious ring. Behind you, a huge pillar collapsed, just inches away from where you are standing. Crap. Oh no. Did she fall on her stomach? Oh, there's Raquel. Thank goodness, Blair. I thought you were... I'm not going down that easily. Anyway. There you go, Golem. Madame Raquel will remember this. Okay, good. You should be dancing happily and chanting "My Precious" over and over instead of crying. Lord of the Rings, if y'all know. What is a golem? It's not important. You got your ring back. Why the tears? This ring is very dear to me, Blair. Thank you. I thought I had lost it forever. What's so special about this ring? It's a long story. I will tell you about it after the dinner. Oh, right, the dinner. I need to go and... You paused your sentence as you just noticed random strands of hair dangling over your forehead, and that ash stains all over your face and body. I better go get changed. You want to come with, Raquel? Madame Raquel glances at her burning estate and lets out a heavy sigh. I'd like to stay here for a little longer. I will come check on you later. Girl, what are you gonna do? Look at us running. I'm super late. Gotta hurry. First, a different dress. Can we just put on the same dress? And no one will know? Looks good. This is it, Blair. Don't screw up. I didn't feel like changing anything. I'm just gonna pretend that we cleaned ourselves. Whatever. Earlier at the grand dining hall, thanks to the hard work of my men, Your Majesty, there has been a significant drop on the reported amount of bandit attacks. Oh, your men did not do bull crap, Lord Rick. Shut up. Depending on the crimes they committed, all captured bandits were all punished accordingly. I am glad to hear that, Lord Rick. Athenia is in a better state because of House Salvador's contributions. As always. I don't like them smiling. It makes me uncomfortable. It is our honor to serve, Your Majesty. The time has come for King Cletus to put the plan in action. Yet the woman who should be here is nowhere to be found for whatever reason. Alas, this is the perfect time to bring up the idea. It's now or never, with or without you. Anyway, all too coincidentally, Lord Rick has started talking right when King Cletus opened his mouth. Apologies, Your Majesty. By all means, go ahead. It is highly disrespectful to have the king wait for his turn to talk. But then Lord Rick does believe he had done Athenia a huge favor. At least King Cletus seems to be appreciating everything he's been doing. What's the big deal to be the one talking first for once? I have a favor to ask, Your Majesty. Ask away. My daughter is lucky to be loved by Your Majesty and be so well taken care of. However, duties of a queen can be exhausting at times. After Velia, after what happened with her grace, Mara has been relying heavily on Dawn. But she is just one maid and she can't always be there for my daughter. Mara is not getting any younger, Your Majesty. Hence, I think Her Majesty could benefit from having a lady-in-waiting by her side. I do hate seeing my queen tiring herself out. I don't care. Good, she deserved to be tired. I'll make the arrangements. It usually takes at least a fortnight to recruit for a position of such importance, but for my queen, I will handpick one of the best palace maids myself first thing in the morning. I appreciate the gesture, Your Majesty. Please forgive me. But I actually went ahead and picked a lady-in-waiting for Mara. Splendid. I don't even have to do the work myself. Just send her to the royal quarter in the morning. I will sign the paperwork there myself then. Actually, Your Majesty, Catherine is already in the royal quarter. She is right outside. I'd like her to be Mara's lady-in-waiting. Catherine? She is Mara's younger sister, Your Majesty. Then she is a lady of House Salvador. Are you sure she should be serving Mara as a lady-in-waiting? It is what she wants, Your Majesty. I'd appreciate if she could reunite with her big sister tonight. It has been 6 ages since they have seen each other. You could have invited Lady Catherine to dine with us, Lord Rick. I do not wish to be disrespectful, Your Majesty. Nonsense. Mara is my queen, and my love for her naturally extends to her family. Well, let's go meet with Mara's new lady-in-waiting. I'm sure my queen is eager to meet with her babysitter. Thank you, Your Majesty. I don't love them being happy. Like, it just doesn't sit right with me. Oh my gosh, I literally don't care. Queen Mara says, oh my goodness, Catherine. Like, I don't care. I literally don't care, Mara. I don't care. Look how happy she is. It's been a very long time for them, Your Majesty. I can't believe my baby sister is all grown up now. Seeing how her younger sister has grown up into such a fine woman, Queen Mara can't help but smile ear to ear. Alas, unlike her older sister, Catherine was merely a toddler when her Mara became queen. Queen Mara may remember her younger sister as the innocent little girl who could barely walk, but for the young Salvador, this is like the first time she has officially met her sister. Greetings, Your Majesties. Standing in front of King Cletus is a woman in a standard white attire. She's like a beautiful white Frisia, humble, innocent, refreshing. Definitely more appealing than most of his empresses. Cletus, watch yourself. But then again, even in the prettiest dress, she's no match to his valiant Rose. That's what I thought. It's no easy task to be the Queen's lady in waiting. There is no room for mistakes even when you are the Queen's sister. Are you sure you are up for this? Yes, I do, Your Majesty. It matters not who I am or the title I used to carry. As a lady in waiting, I shall serve Her Majesty. That's the only thing that will matter. Well-mannered, graceful, and disciplined. You? King Cletus stops talking almost immediately as he hears familiar footsteps approaching. There's only one woman in the whole palace who can walk this quickly in her heels. Please forgive me for being late, Your Majesty. Something happened at the east side of the palace. I had to deal with it, but everything is fine now. You look drained, Blair. Duties are important, but you still need to eat. And I am gazing at her in front of everyone. That's funny. King Cletus smiles a lot, mostly for diplomatic purposes. But such adoring smile from a loving man is something these Salvadors have never seen before. Especially not on the Athenian king's face. Judging by how relieved he looked when I came, they most likely have not talked about the militia yet. Who is that random pretty girl? Lord Rig, don't you stare at me like that. Y'all are nasty. Which confirmed Catherine's suspicion. The Athenian king is genuinely in love with her rival. She has to be extremely cautious and patient. All it takes is one rash decision for her plan to backfire hard. I understand it is not my place to ask, but isn't it extremely disrespectful to be absent for His Majesty's dinner, Your Grace? Can you shut up? You're old and wrinkly. I think your face is kind of like all dusty and stuff, so. Such hostility right off the bat, huh? Typical Salvador move. I want to be petty, but I'm gonna be, like, better than him. As a madam, I'm required to prioritize my duties. It's probably not a good idea to provoke him right now. Respecting His Majesty is indeed important. But as a Madam of Athenia, I need to prioritize my duties according to their importance. Will angering His Majesty matter if I allow something much worse to happen? Anger will pass, but some damage can never be repaired, Lord Rick. That depends on how relevant that potential damage is, Your Grace. If you are talking about applying ointment to your face just to prevent... Rest assured, I care little for skin preservation, Lord Rick. See the rough spots on my hand? I get them because I train myself to fight, to be strong. And that's how I prioritize things, Lord Rick. Right, so can you be quiet? What is more important than showing respect to His Majesty, Madam Blair? Why don't you enlighten us? Not the time to worry the king now. It is my duty to keep you informed, but we are not exactly alone, Your Majesty. I will gladly explain everything once we are back at the study. I'm sure Blair had her reasons to be absent for the dinner. She is very dutiful, and I trust her decisions. Of course, Your Majesty. My apologies for doubting her grace. Yeah, you can shove that apology right up your... Yeah. Whatever you were doing, Madame Blair, I trust that you have it all under control. Of course, Your Majesty. Everything is fine. I'm glad to hear that. You have always been capable. Freaking two-faced biatches, right. Whatever, they're not even worth the calories I burn. At any rate, Blair, there is someone you should meet. This is Lady Catherine. She is Mara's little sister. She will be the Queen's new lady-in-waiting. It is an honor to be in your presence, Your Grace. You are as beautiful as the rumors say. Dang, she sounds like those boutique saleswomen who are always trying to sell me overpriced tight jeans. Very specific. Thank you, Lady Catherine. I'm glad to see Your Majesty will be very well taken care of. Or she's here to take care of me, right. That's much more likely to be her purpose. I can finally reunite with my sister. Thank you, Your Majesty. House Salvador has always been there for me. For Ethania. Cletus, I really hope you're just saying this for them because it's getting on my nerves slightly. This is the least I can do. Which brings up another matter I've been wanting to discuss with you, Lord Rick. Of course, Your Majesty, I am here to serve. Mara, why don't you go ahead and make the arrangements for Lady Catherine? Ladies in waiting don't normally get their own chambers, but I'd gladly make an exception for the sister of my dear queen. Thank you, Your Majesty. Come with me, Catherine. I will let you pick your own chamber. Ugh. Oh, now I gotta talk to this nasty old hag. I have not heard such happy laughters from Mara for a long time, Your Majesty. And it's kind of well deserved. You have my thanks. I'm sure a happier queen will benefit Ethania greatly. Anyway, there's something I'd like your opinion on, Lord Rick. You are the only person in Ethania I trust enough to talk about this. Receiving such high regards from the King of Ethania, the Salvador Lord cannot help but let out a pleased smile. The grand feast, the praises for his hard work, Catherine's entering the palace overnight, and now this. He has the King of Ethania wrapped around his little finger. At least, he believes so. What would you like to know, Your Majesty? You are known to have trained the best militia in Ethania. Because of the Salvador militia, the bandits have not been pestering Ethania. Of course, Your Majesty, I expect no less from my men. The root cause of this whole bandit problem is because the green scarves vanished overnight. But it's also caused by unknown enemies sabotaging our trade routes, destroying our economy. I cannot help but suspect Gregolia had a part in it. Are you trying to send my militia to war, Your Majesty? I will never start a war just out of suspicion. But I'd like to still be prepared, especially against a vengeful person like King Neelis. I see. Lord Rick shoots you an unfriendly glance. Of course he does. If I may ask, Your Majesty, why is Her Grace here? Why are you here? You're old and wrinkly, and you're dusty, and you're ancient. No one wants you here. This doesn't sound like a conversation we should have in front of a what? Her Grace. Oh, what was that were you saying? You sounded sexist. Madame Blair is training a militia herself. Her insight might be helpful. If Your Majesty believes so. Anyway, here's my idea. The purpose of having house-based militia is to defend the kingdom when problems arise. However, this is a highly ineffective measure, let alone how far apart the militia is from each other. They also vary in strength and number. They are even trained differently. That makes them very unreliable as a joint force to defend a kingdom. So I have been thinking, if there is a way to prepare them all to be called to arms, a way to make sure they will all be ready to retaliate if Gregolia decides to strike. Do you have any ideas, Lord Rick? Your Majesty. What you are saying is quite impossible to achieve, unless... Please speak your mind by all means. Unless we somehow unite all the militia and train them in the same region, your majesty. But that wouldn't work, because no houses would be willing to give up their men. What do you think, Blair? Oh, I'm up. Well, according to my script, I'm supposed to mislead him into thinking he will be leading the militia. But a cunning fox like him might see through me if I just come up with that idea instantly. I do agree with Lord Rick's idea of uniting the militia. After all, a scattered militia can be picked off easily. But I can't think of a way for the houses to agree to this. That is the hardest part indeed. The houses have to willingly surrender their militia. That's the only way it will work. Time to throw the ball out. What if we choose a well-reputed leader to unite them all? It has to be a person compelling enough and highly respected by all the houses. I just can't think of a person with that kind of power. Lord Rick is well aware he's the only fitting person for that description. But even so, he cannot just volunteer himself to lead an army that can take over Athenia. As much as he wants to. King Cletus has been watching Lord Rick's reaction closely this whole time. The Salvador Lord did not say a word, but he could not hide the hunger in his eyes. He's basically swinging a piece of blood-dripping meat in front of a starving tiger. The trap is set and ready. Now he must lure the beast in. The Athenian king gives the Salvador Lord his usual diplomatic smile. I only know of one person in the whole Athenia I trust with an important task like that, Blair. Your Majesty, you can't possibly mean... I cannot think of a better alternative, Blair. All houses will bow down to House Salvador and surrender their militia. Only Lord Rick has the power to unite them peacefully. Here goes nothing. No, Your Majesty, we cannot give such power to Lord Rick. I object. Blair. Don't do this, Your Majesty. He is not to be trusted. Blair. If you do this, I will never forgive you. Blair. I thought you really cared about me. Enough! Look at our acting skills. You don't know how to only do it, Mara. And you're not even a good actress, so... I know you have always disliked my chosen queen. For you, I even turned a blind eye when you disrespected Mara. But this is for the sake of Athenia. How can you possibly put your own happiness before my kingdom and the lives of my people? For heaven's sake, you are my madam. How can you be so selfish? Wow, this is pretty intense. I am very disappointed with you. Your Majesty, Lord Rick has devoted himself and his house to Athenia before I even sat on the throne. Do you really think you could sway the trust I have for him just because you have a pretty face? Okay, you're going a little much now. It was a mistake to have you here. Get out of my sight. Well, it's definitely, tricking him, so... Your trust means the world to me, Your Majesty. I shall not disappoint you. Then let us discuss the details. Wow, I cannot speak. What a night. Hopefully that play was enough to convince Lord Rick. Ugh, why do I feel so nauseated? I didn't even eat anything. Must be all the stress I have gone through lately. I need to lie down for a bit. So tired. Laying on the bed without changing out of your madam attire is not wise. It wrinkles your gown, and if the queen sees it, she will use it against you. But you are too fatigued to care about anything. For real, I mean... Meanwhile, at Queen Mara's estate, I want all these cotton drapes changed into Zubian silk drapes. Use a less vibrant color, too. Catherine prefers something more subtle. Yes, Your Majesty. Viola? Now, about the dinnerware set. May I go take a walk outside, Your Majesty? I wish to familiarize myself with the area. I'm your sister, Catherine. You don't have to address me formally. Well, I'm surprised because you're such a B-word. It is dark out. Be careful when you walk. Yes, sister. What's that? A random flower. Okay. A flower blooms, a flower withers. Good things never last, but you didn't deserve to be taken away before your beauty faded. What? How did she come up with that? Amidst a garden of irises, a little white blossom shy herself away. Eyes are purely attracted by the vivid colors, while your sincerity grants you no collars. Next spring the flowers will blossom as before, but your beauty shall remain no more. Let's find you a resting place, shall we? Oh. Oliver says, I'm sorry if I startled you, my lady. I was just passing by, but your beautiful words drew me here. Catherine says, I had a sentimental moment. I apologize if I was being a nuisance, my lord. I am no lord, my fair lady. My name is Oliver. What is yours? Apologies, sir. I should not be talking to you. Good night. You know, the fallen flower may be no more, but your sorrowing mind has given her a chance to remain, for she shall forever bloom in its own solitary garden. There is no garden in me, sir. Behind my curtained door, it's just darkness. Only a beautiful heart would feel sorrow for a fallen flower, my lady. Please tell me your name. A handsome stranger who understands her is not someone Catherine expected to meet in this palace. Alas, as much as she would like to express herself to a like-minded soul, she knows she doesn't have the luxury to fall in love or even just make a friend. I'm sorry, I have to go. Dang, okay. You know, you could just unite yourself with us, and, you know, you could do whatever you want, but I'm just saying. Later that night. Yup, I knew King Cletus was gonna walk in. Feeling a soft kiss on your forehead, you open your eyes to see a very pleased King Cletus. Cletus? It worked, Blair. Lord Rick is going to start rallying the militia tomorrow. I have given him the title of Athenian Militia Commander. You should have seen that arrogant smile of his. He has no idea what is going to happen. Once all the militia is in the capital, we will announce the Athenian army. They will swear fealty to the King of Athenia. There will be no more militia for Lord Rick to command afterwards. And House Salvador will no longer be the biggest threat in Athenia. Except they've been sending spies in, so that kind of messes things up. Goodness, Blair, I love you so much. The excited King Cletus wraps you tight around his arms and kisses you like there's no tomorrow. You can feel how happy he is. For once, things are starting to look up for him, for you, and for Athenia. Naturally, the passionate kiss develops into a pair of hands exploring your curves. And then your dress starts loosening up as he slides it down your shoulders. Normally, you would just roll with it, but not tonight. The uneasiness in your body is still there, and you feel like you can barf anytime. No, Cletus, please stop. Oh my, did I hurt you, Blair? No, that's not what I meant. I'm It's fine, Blair. I got a bit too excited tonight. Why don't I carry you to bed like how I did before? Then I'll love you slow and tender tonight. You know King Cletus is just trying to express his love in his own way. But seeing how he's totally misreading your signal and keeps going with his approach, I said no. Did you really need me to say it out loud like this to get me? Oh. I mean, why the heck did I just yell at him for? Oh gosh, what have I done? I'm sorry, Cletus. I didn't mean to. I understand, my valiant Rose. You must be exhausted tonight. I was being inconsiderate. No, I get some rest, Blair. I will see if Raquel can help you with your duties tomorrow so you can rest up. Crap, Raquel, how did I forget to tell him about that? Madame Raquel's estate was on fire earlier, Cletus. She what? I made it there just in time to get her out. She is fine, don't worry. But that's why I didn't attend the dinner. A fire, huh? I'm going to look into this first thing in the morning. Even if Raquel cannot help you tomorrow, I still want you to get enough sleep. I will let Mara know not to pester you with her tasks tomorrow. Thank you, Cletus. I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to. You have been stressed, I can see that. Sleep well, my valiant Rose. He didn't show any dismay, but his smile was different after I yelled at him. What the heck was that? It's not even my time of the month yet. Definitely not sleepy anymore now. Maybe I should go check on Raquel. She might not even have a place to sleep in. It is almost midnight, and a troubled Madame Raquel chose to spend her night at the balcony, letting the soothing moonlight calm her unsettled mind. Madame Raquel? Madame Blair? It's very late. You should be resting. Aren't you exhausted? I've just been sitting here thinking. I didn't realize how late it was. His Majesty will look into this first thing in the morning. Don't worry too much about it. I'm not too worried about the fire. I was just thinking about everything that had happened, how I ended up here. Is it about that golden rose ring I got for you? Partly. My ring is the only thing I have left of him. Would you tell me the story behind the ring now? Madame Raquel takes a deep breath, trying to hold back the tears in her eyes. It was a long time ago, when I was still a young princess. It was almost 3 ages ago, when I met Atsu. Okay. Matthias says the king is coming here to inspect the new swords. Just try to act natural, son. He gives everyone a nonchalant expression, but it doesn't mean we will treat him any less than the king he is. I understand, father. Good, now this is what you say. Oh. The Zubian Princess Raquel says, I can't believe I'm outside the palace. Woo! King Zelmir says, I didn't bring you out here just so everyone could see the princess waving her arms maniacally like that. Raquel says, fine, father, I will behave. Matthias says, greetings, your majesty. I'm honored to be in your presence. Don't be so formal around me, Matthias. Me being the king doesn't take away the fact that we are friends. This is my daughter, Raquel. I decided to bring her out today so she can see how things are like outside the luxurious palace life. Your Highness. Greet His Majesty and Her Highness Atsu. That was the day I met Atsu. He was the son of our blacksmith. An innocent young man, if not a bit clueless. I had never seen any man looking at me the same way he did. It was pure admiration without the greed or desire in his eyes, like the suitor's father introduced me. Atsu. Good day, my good king and the beautiful princess. That's not what I taught you to say, Atsu. Your majesty, I didn't mean... He nervous. You are so silly. Please excuse my son, your majesty. He's not the best with words. Or manners. Totally understandable. I was young like him once. Weren't we all, your majesty? Well, let's go see these new swords of yours. Of course, your majesty. Can I go look at the seagulls, father? Not like I can stop you anyway. Just be careful and don't go too far. The seagulls are just down the shore. How far can I go? Would it be too much trouble if I ask your son to keep Raquel safe? Of course, your majesty. You heard his majesty. Grab some corn from the pantry and let her highness feed it to the seagulls. Yes, I'd like to feed some seagulls. Please come with me, your highness. Although I was the princess and he was just a peasant, the difference in our status did not stop us. Father knows about our love for each other, and because of that, he moved the smithy inside the palace. Just so I don't have to sneak outside the palace to see him anymore. Everyone knows about us. A Zubian princess normally marries when they reach their 5th age. I was not quite there yet, but we both knew. Once I reached my 5th age, I would be marrying Atsu. Unlike Athania, Zubians seldom factor social status into marriage. Atsu used his smiting skill to make me a gold ring in shape of a rose. He said I was pure like pure gold and beautiful like a rose. He was not taught to read and write like I did. Everything he said was so literal. But he was honest, and he meant every word he said. I loved him for that. Then one day, the king of Gregolia paid us a visit. Apparently, he went on a trip to visit all 4 other kingdoms, trying to find a suitor for his son, Prince Alec. Gregolia was the strongest kingdom out of all 5. We were well aware of that. But there was just something about him that made me feel uneasy. I didn't understand why. He was well-mannered and seemed quite mellow. How little I knew about King Nilus back then. King Nilus was seemingly quite fond of my appearance and my status, being the first Zubian princess and all. He brought up the marriage proposal halfway in our first meeting. Father didn't want to explain about me and Atsu, worrying it would make him seem weak in front of Gregolia. He just politely rejected the proposal, saying I was promised to another. King Nilus didn't say much after. He just wished us the best and hoped Zubi and Gregolia would remain close no matter what. King Nilus decided to stay in Zubia for a few more days just in case father changed his mind. I still went to see Atsu every day. He was the joy of my life. Sadly, we were not married. We could only see each other during the daytime. After sundown, I had to retire to my chamber while Atsu went back to the smithy. He's gonna do something! Oh my gosh, we didn't know King Nilus was watching us like a hound. Oh my gosh, he's gonna get rid of him. Bro. Poor Raquel. No one but King Nilus and his elite soldiers knew what happened. But according to King Nilus, my Atsu with the kindest heart, attacked him because he tried to marry me to his son. He was taken down by the elite soldiers as a means to defend their king. I never shed a single tear. When I loved someone this much, having him taken out of my life all of a sudden just like that, it killed me. A part of me died with him, and I was never the same again. Matai, the blacksmith, Atsu's father, died not long after his son's death. The sorrow took over him. Wow, this is sad. Somehow I wish I could cry myself to death and reunite with my Atsu. But I know I couldn't. King Nilus did this because he needed to show us he was not to be rejected. Destroying me would be a punishment to my father, to Zubia. And I cannot let that happen. After King Nilus had gone back to Gregolia, he started making marriage proposals again. No matter how many times Father had rejected him, they just kept coming. Eventually, Father came up with an idea to include his tea leaves in the Gregolian trade goods. I cannot tell you the details. Let's just say they were special tea leaves that could slowly eliminate a certain threat. What? Did you try to poison King Nilus? Blair. Sorry, please do continue. Anyway, the King of Athenia found out about us smuggling tea leaves to King Nilus. Father could not explain this to King Cletus and risk going to war against Gregolia. So he had to find a way to soothe the wrath of the Athenian king. So let's just tell King Cletus everything. Queen Rube says Athenia has never been aggressive towards the other kingdoms. Maybe King Cletus will ever understand. King Zelimir says no one else can know about this. Gold, jewels, and a lot of Vesuvian silk. That's all we can offer. Athenia may not be as rich as us, but a young king like King Cletus, I don't think he will be happy with just these. You're probably right. Then use me as a tribute. Raquel, I have reached the age to marry. As the first princess of Athenia, King Cletus will gladly accept me as a tribute. We are not doing this to you, Raquel. Mother. Haven't we been punished enough because of King Nilus? We are not losing our daughter to this, Zelimir. I will never love again, Mother. Atsu was my one and only. As the Princess of Zubia, I'll have to marry eventually. If I don't marry a king with a heart that will not be broken by me. Raquel. If I have to marry a person I won't love, might as well marry the Athenian king. With the many empresses he has, he would not care where my heart goes. That will stop King Nilus with his marriage proposals too, won't it? It would. Are you sure about this, my dear girl? If you marry King Cletus as a tribute, you will not be his queen. He already has a queen, and I have heard rumors about her. I don't know how well they will treat you. I know how to stay safe, Father. Please trust me. Please, Zelimir, don't do this. Not my dearest daughter. I'm so sorry, Rupe. Dang. That's how you ended up in Athenia? Wow, Raquel. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine the pain you had gone through all these ages. You may feel sorry because of what I just told you, but for me, I have learned to numb my heart for a very long time. I guess all those closeted heartaches just came flooding out with Atsu's ring. Thank you for saving the last bit of my happy memories, Blair. That was the least I could do. I actually feel quite bad for yelling at you about the ring now. You were just trying to save me. At any rate, do you know anything suspicious about this fire? Yes, Blair, I have a pretty good idea of how the fire started. It's the Queen, isn't it? Please lower your voice, Blair. I'm going to find proof, Raquel. The Queen will not get away with this. It doesn't matter. I expected the worst when I decided to come to Athenia. If staying out of troubles keeps me alive, then so be it. You almost died, Raquel. Your method doesn't work anymore. Can't you see that? I don't know, Blair. I need to think this through. She's still cautious about taking a strand, but at least she's considering it. Did I say a strand? I meant... She's still cautious about taking a stand, but at least she's considering it. You know where I stand, Raquel. I'm here to give you a hand whenever you are ready. Thank you, Blair. You are probably the only Athenian I can open up to. Thank you for being the only decent person in this palace. I just do what's right. You should get some rest, though. Do you want to stay at my estate tonight? I think I'm just going to use my old estate for tonight. I have been living in solitude. I got used to it. Fine. I shall retire to my chamber then. I need to get a little sleep before the duties strike again. Good night, Raquel. Good night, Blair. I feel bad for Raquel. Meanwhile, at Advisor Arthur's chamber. Oh, it's the guy that Catherine was with. I'm guessing, well, don't you look happy. I have met an amazing woman tonight, Father. Okay, that makes sense. He's the advisor's son. She made a poem just for a fallen garden flower. How beautiful is that? Oliver, you better not be talking to His Majesty's Empresses. She didn't dress like an empress. She wouldn't tell me her name, though. You know, I brought you here to teach you how to be an advisor of the king. You came here to learn, and that's your only purpose, Oliver. Rest assured, Father, I'm still here to learn. But I think you can stop setting me up with the noblewoman now. Because I have finally found a woman I can feel connected to. Oh boy, if you only knew.